Welcome to 321, a brand new series where we have 3 minutes to talk about a two-player game that we've only played one time. And today's episode is going to be about Seastead, a two-player game that takes place in the flotilla universe. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to build buildings onto these flotilla tiles on 6 different locations. You have 4 different resources you can use to build there. You have these great player boards that are inset that you can put your buildings in. You have 3 different types of buildings: shipyards, academies, and ports. You also build boats in this game. You can build docks to give you bonus points at the end. You get specialists to give you special powers throughout the game. And you also have decrees that will change the rules of the game. The game's also double-sided on the flotilla tiles. There's an A side and a B side. The A side is slightly easier, and the B side is what we think makes the game the most interesting because it actually implements the specialist and the decrees. It takes maybe 30 minutes to play. There's 4 end conditions, and the most important thing is, Ryan, what did you think of the game?
I really loved it. For my first play, I
Destroyed me.
destroyed you, but I don't think I would play on the A side. I'd definitely play on the B side because
Totally.
the specialists are definitely it made the specialists and the decrees make it even more interesting.
The decrees
It seems like it would be a little bit too boring on the A side.
I agree.
At least it mixes things up a little bit.
Yep.
Definitely a really good filler game, as it only, you said, takes about 30 minutes. It doesn't take a whole lot of table space, so you could easily bring it with you anywhere you go. I mean,
Yeah.
the box isn't too big. I mean, I'm sure you can shrink it down a little bit, but
Yep.
yeah, one that I would play again.
Yeah, it's really good. The teach is super easy.
Yeah.
We didn't teach any of the rules just now, but the overview gives you kind of a good idea. The teach maybe took 10 minutes, if even.
Yeah.
But the gameplay is super deep for a two-player game.
Yes.
There's a
Yes.
lot of thinking, especially with the decrees and the specialists. They enable you to do some cool blocking in this game because every flotilla tile, there's 4, has a demand token on it, which is one of the 4 resources, and those are the only resources you can spend on that location to build your buildings. And there's a way to swap those and lock them down in locations. There's
Yes.
really cool ways of being like, I know Ryan's going to build there. I'm swapping these around to make sure he can't do it. It's really cool.
And even not just blocking yourself, or blocking your opponent, but it allows you to keep almost engine. I don't want to say engine building, but comboing, right? So I can swap it so that next turn I don't have to use an action to get resources. I can just build right away because I swapped it because I have a whole bunch of this other resource.
Yep, and every location, speaking of combos, every location you get a bonus effect depending on what you built there and what the location says. Some places have discounts. Also, the cool part we should talk about really quick before we give our final verdict is the way you get resources is a you cut, you choose thing where you flip over to the top card and you pick which side you want to face each other, and each player gets the resources depicted on their side. We have 5 seconds. Ryan, what do you think of the game?
Buy it.
I agree. Buy the game.